I
think it's
don't
too
need a
soon.
bite of mashed potato or a bite of turkey or a bite of pumpkin pie to make me happy anymore.
Why we are staying on the carnivore diet through the holidays. So we've heard a lot of stories, and everybody gets to do their own thing, obviously. But we want to talk about why we are not planning on deviating from the carnivore, I call it way of eating. But we are not planning on having any of the mashed potatoes or pumpkin pie or anything like that because, well, why? What do you think?
Well, for me right now, just almost 6 months into this, I don't want to deviate just yet. So I'm waiting for a time, and it doesn't have to be Christmas or
Special occasion of any
Thanksgiving
kind,
or
yeah.
New Year's or birthday to deviate. I'll deviate when I feel like it makes sense. I definitely don't want to do it because there's expectations from other people, which actually we don't have. I know a lot of people do have expectations of family, like, well, why can't you just have this, or why can't you do
Or like,
that?
I
We
made this
always
special
do
for
this.
you. You
Yeah,
have to eat some. Yeah.
we don't have any of that going on, so that does make it easier. But even at that, I d-
You're
just I
not
don't
really a
want
peer
I
pressure person anyway.
no
I would
I
be
just
more that.
don't want to. I mean, I've never stuck on anything in my life like this ever. So
It's just unbelievable.
and it
I
so
just can't
it
believe it.
this is it's just time not to right now. It's not the
Right. It's
time
just
to.
not time. It's too soon for what I
I
think it's
don't
too
need a
soon.
bite of mashed potato or a bite of turkey or a bite of pumpkin pie to make me happy anymore. So,
Which technically turkey is meat. So,
well, I'm just going
but
with
yeah,
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I
gravy.
would have
It would
turkey.
need gravy
We
because
might have turkey.
turkey's kind of dry. Nobody's bringing turkey. We're making the meat.
Oh, then we're not having any turkey. So there
Here's
you
how
go.
our Thanksgiving rolls. So we have spent a lot of time eliminating what we call obligation devils to try to make sure that everything we do is stuff we want to do, not stuff we feel like we have to do. So our holidays work like this. If our kids want to come spend time with us, come along, but we don't want them to come just because they're expected to,
Right.
because I grew up with that and it wasn't as fun as it sounds. And so I never want them to just show up only because they're expected to. I want them to come because they want to. So we're like, we'll make the meat. So there's going to be steak and a
They're
lot
gonna
of
bring what
bacon,
they want
and
too.
they'll bring the sides and they'll enjoy whatever they want, and they'll take their leftovers home, and everybody wins.
And
So it keeps it really
in all
simple.
reality, if there was something I went, I think I'm going to have it, I would. But I mean, I already know I'm not going to. But there's no rule to this. It's just a choice. I spent 56 years eating shit. So why?
I remember
What?
how it tastes. I don't need to remind
Yeah,
myself yet.
and some of the quote shit tastes good, but it
Yeah.
doesn't bring life. So that's why I'm not.
And I think for me, I'm still, it's what you said, but I'm going to say it in my own words. That's part of the Tom and Annalisa show. So why I am not deviating right now is because I'm still in the middle of healing. Like I am 5.5 months in, but like I got a ways to go before like I feel like I'm really stable and my body's been able to shed the extra fat that I don't need anymore and all the things. So why would I delay that? Why would I stop the progress? Because I feel so much better. Like I can't imagine
But
something
that
that
piece
would
of pie would taste
taste
so
better
good.
than feeling good. So that's the thing that
But
happens when I
it's
think about having something else.
but
Like
it's
if I
still
let myself get super hungry, I'll crave if somebody's eating something tantalizing, I'll be like, "Ooh, I'm hungry." But then I'm like, "Wait, but that's not what's going to feel good in my body." I remember how I used to feel. It's still maybe after it's been long enough and I feel so good for so long, maybe I'll do an experiment after I've eaten a nice full meal of meat. Then I'll be like, now let's have a piece of pie. Maybe,
mhm.
probably. I mean, forever's a long time.
Eventually.
We're
Oh,
going to live
eventually. Oh
so
yeah.
long. We're probably going to have to try that sometime. But I'm not in any hurry. And it also helps, I will say. For me, it helps that we're on the same page.
Big
Like if
time.
he was every day like, come on, why are you sticking to this stupid thing? Why don't you just have some of this other thing? Like that would 100% make it harder for me.
Yeah, that would be tough.
But since we're allies in this, we're just, yeah, it helps. So
Very much. Very much.
that's why we're just, this does not feel important to us. Not judging anyone for whom
No,
it does.
everybody's got to figure out their own
My
thing.
only advice with that is eat your meat first. That way you don't go on a roller coaster crash ride and feel like
Yeah, if you get
crap.
satiated with
Yeah,
protein
then
and
have
fat,
your
and then if you're gonna have a quote piece of pumpkin pie or something,
yeah,
then
some of your
do it.
condiments, or just to I don't know, enjoy the taste or placate your Aunt Martha, who's worked really hard at
Made
that
you a
pumpkin
pecan pie,
Yeah, yeah. There's certainly nothing wrong with it, and I
Okay,
agree with.
I need a pecan pie. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even care for pecan pie. Hold on.
It was my favorite.
Oh.
So, but like my friend Lindy, Limitless Lindy, she talks about that she doesn't like to use the word cheat because she's not cheating. Like if she decides, she gives herself permission. And I love that wording. Like I have permission to eat anything I want.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
So I can. It's not that I can't.
Did
it's
it
that,
for 56 years
right?
and didn't feel very good.
So I'm just choosing to eat like this because of how good I feel. It literally,
Same.
I'm addicted to the results. I heard Laura Spath say that right at the beginning. We were reading, not reading, we were watching videos, and she was like, you just get addicted to the results. And that is super true. So I think whatever you do, don't do it out of shame. Don't do it out of obligation. Try to just give yourself permission to do what you're going to do and pay attention, because at the very least, it's a good experiment. So it'll be a good experiment to go through the holidays eating just meat and see how we feel, because it'll be our first holiday season like that.
What? That is kind of weird.
Spoiler alert, it's going to be fine.
Weird, isn't it, when you think about it?
It is a little weird. So,
well, even at Sam's today, they're promoting all the things for goodies treats, and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is weird that I walked out of Sam's for $75. And normally it'd have been like, oh, the kids are coming over. I'm going to get 7 pumpkin pies, and I'm going to get all this cases of beer and a bunch of tequila and
worth of candy.
Yeah, and a bunch of candy and Texas
and they'll
cinnamon
eat $10
rolls
worth, and then we'll have to do the other $43 worth in the next week or two.
Oh no, they'd help. Maybe not so much now.
All
but
the carb hangovers. Yeah. It's just weird not to have a carb hangovers.
It definitely saves a lot of money going this route too.
Yeah,
because it would have been a big bill today.
Simplicity, piece. Oh, it would have. Now our kids have to spend that money. Suck us. Just kidding, kids. Anyway, that's why we're staying on it. It's because it's what works for us.